All that information now is in Salesforce, it's being cleaned and it's being coded. It's time to now search on it. And what you want to do to make sure that you're helping define your market and it's reusable is create manager search to help you get to your managers quickly. So just like the coding structure, we expect you to set up a couple of different coding and searching strings for your different levels of market. So when you first go into the system, you're going to start off with all of United Kingdom, which is obviously a huge, huge number. What we suggest you do first is put on your consultant code. Here I'm going to use one example, JOHU. And here, from the ridiculous number of managers you have on the database, it helps. This is your top level number of managers. So there's 895 in here. What I'll do now is save that and call it something like 9 managers. That's your top level one. So I've done that now. So when I come in the morning, I can click my managers and see who's in there. Again, you'd expect that number to go up as you create more people, get more people into your market, but also come down as well as you clean codes. So if there's anyone that you feel's come out of your market or is not relevant, get that code off. Now, just like the structure of codes, you need to do different levels as well. So what we've created on top of this is gone into codes and started to do other sections. So on this particular market, it was broken into either travel people or housing people. So all I did was add on travel, to put it in a combination, save it, and there I've got my housing people and my travel people as well. Now, what's a really good idea at this point is start to make this in combination with other things. So firstly, you might want to think about job titles. So you might want to go within my market, I want to see all my CEOs. And again, don't search on this each time. Once you get a real good search, save it so you can get back to it. So this might be a kind of, if you've got kind of social events or something that you want to do a bit more networking around, these are all your CEOs in your market. And again, if you want to save it, just save the search and then it's there for you to use again. So let's take that off. Another one I think is really useful is looking at manager history. So manager history gives you a whole load of information about what you've been doing with those managers. So again, from those 895, what we might want to do is have a look at the people that we've called in the last 3 months. So 67 there. But what I think is even more useful at this point is have a look at the people you haven't called. So if that shows you the last 3 months, to find out the people you haven't called in 3 months, take this bottom section and drag it up. Let's take it right the way up to 3 months. Now the great thing about this list, which I've also saved as well, is saying, show me all the people in my market that I have not called in 3 months. Once you've saved that, this is great, this is a working list, because as soon as I click in and talk to this person, add a piece of contact commentary, they'll disappear from the list. So this is a list that you're hoping to get down to 0. Now I get it, it's going to be hard to get it down to 0, but again, you can just start working through this. And again, you might want to create different lists. So at the moment, this is all my managers and not called in 3 months, but you could do all my housing people not called in 3 months, or all my travel people, or even more kind of granular skills as well. So have a think about putting that together. Also, what I do like to do this, if you want to make it even more niche, is to have a look at people that maybe have had placements. So let's just take this back out to say, let's see people that we've placed with this year that haven't called in the last 3 months. Now that is a hot list, isn't it? So people that we've got placements with, but not called in 3 months. So again, start to work on these. If we can do things like with email, so say if you wanted to do some kind of not an email campaign, but you want to send out a couple of singles to people, you could start to go, well, let's have a look at people we haven't actually emailed in a while, and say 3 weeks, and there's 10 there, 10 people haven't been emailed. So you can use all of these. Who haven't we had a meeting with recently? Who have we had a meeting with recently? So one person there within his list that we've had meetings with. So again, use these to make sure that you can help slice and dice your different manager pool and start to take more ownership about who you've got in your market as well. Now, a testament to whether this has really worked, if I say to you, get someone, a candidate from your market, a really hot candidate with a certain niche skill set, which manager would you talk to straight away about them? If you can do that very quickly, if you can pull back a search list that you've already saved about that technology, then you've succeeded in creating some really great renewable lists in the manager search.